Okay, Diane, you're here with the twin girls. They're only 15 now, and I don't know how they grew so fast. Well, we're here to make buns, cinnamon buns and orange buns for Christmas. And you girls are going to watch what happens, so maybe you'll attempt to do it at your own house someday.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Diane, what I'm doing here right now is bringing 3 cups of milk to a boil. As soon as they boil, I take them off and I set them aside, and then I go over here and get my yeast ready. And I'm just getting our yeast mixture ready. And this is what I've put into it. 2 packages of Fleshman's yeast and 2 teaspoons of sugar on top of that. Okay? And I go here and make lukewarm water. Okay, I've got the yeast on its move. It'll rise now quite a bit in the next 10-15 minutes. While the milk on the stove that is going to get boiled if I turn it high enough. You see, this is a kind of a antique bowl. It was my grandma's, and she used to make her bread in this big white bowl. So this is what I'm going to make mine in.
This is 2 cups of scalded milk.
Okay, 3 teaspoons of salt and 6 tablespoons of white sugar. You add in that hot milk 1/4 of a cup of margarine while it's still quite warm and melts fast. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 egg into the cooled mixture. But I'm going to do this. I'm bringing out the beater and I'm going to beat this egg in the warm milk. Now in the milk and egg is all mixed with the beater. I go to the stove and get my yeast mixture. This goes into the bowl I was telling you about. It was my grandmother's.
That had the salt and the sugar in it.
Yes. Now I can turn on this. Now is the final with the mixtures. I've got to take my yeast mixture. Do you see how that's risen? 2 packages. And I put that in there. I'm now going to beat the yeast mixture, the milk mixture, and everything in the big bowl here. I'm now going to take 2 cups of flour and put it in the mixture. And I can still use my beater because I don't have to do it by hand this way. Now adding another cup of lukewarm water.
We've measured out 6 cups of flour in there, and we have the 7th cup in a cup by itself just to determine if we need it or not.
Right on. Okay. Okay?
Yep. Okay, we're just going to put partial flour in so that we can still use the egg beater to mix it.
Right. Maybe come right over here. Just now, like this. So I don't get it all over the floor or all over you guys.
Go ahead. The mixer, it's too much for the mixer now, so the rest Eloise is going to do by hand. Okay, she's got all 6 cups in there now, and we have the one remaining 1 cup right here, which she will see if she needs. What are the girls thinking about the process so far?
I think it's going really good.
And you, men?
I think it's really interesting.
She's still going to put 1/2 a cup in.
Because it's too thick.
Yeah, you can help her out there. That's 1 full cup.
I'll put it all in.
Good. So that's the 7th cup going in.
It's this working with your hands. It's very tiring.
Okay, Eloise is working all that flour into the dough, and it's quite a difficult job.
You know, look at,
How much flour would you like? Another cup?
just a little bit to get this off my hands.
Cup of
No,
flour.
not quite a cup.
Okay,
Just
a little bit.
sprinkle on top here a little. Little more. There. And don't put it away yet, just till I get the feel of.
Yeah.
Who wants to melt the butter a little bit for my hands?
We melted just a little bit of butter, so it's not too hot, so Eloise can put it on her hands.
See how it sticks?
Hot?
No. Okay, now we're in the process of kneading this. I think I've got the right amount of flour. I put a little butter so it doesn't stick to my hands so bad. And I think everything is mixed.
Eloise is squeezing and squeezing and squeezing that thing and turning it over and over till all the flour is worked in.
That's the biggest job of all. And use butter to get it off here so you don't throw a whole bunch of it away. I'm getting ready to put it on top of the stove with my covers.
It's going to sit on the stove under the tea towels to keep it warm for an hour to rise.
Okay, the buns are rising, the dough. So now it's time to take it off and cut sections out and roll it up.
Oh, there's many blankets for this bread. Holy, look how
Wow.
big it got. Eloise is punching the air out of the dough.
Okay, now I'm just, did you wave? Now I'm cutting out a chunk that you're going to roll. Back over to the flour. See how we gotta roll it, and roll it, and roll it.
So we're trying to make a big circle or a big something.
Yeah, actually long and narrow like a rectangle. To put the butter on the roll, see how it will spread, see? And you take,
And now the cinnamon. Now Eloise is cutting them off and putting them on the pan. Hannah is taking her turn at rolling out the dough. Now Hannah's going to do her buttering of the dough.
Right up to the edges. And don't be afraid to use a little butter.
Yeah.
Because it makes it blend in with the brown sugar, you see. And, you know, you saw how I sprinkled more than that.
Yeah, definitely.
When you get a pot, you can kind of spread it out all right to the end. Now the cinnamon. It's got the holes in it, so just shake it. This. See, you start small and work. Pinch it a little bit so it stays together. Good idea?
Yeah.
Here's your slicer.
Just that part's not sticking.
Just give it a good, like that. Okay, now you start cutting. And in here,
This part right here is not.
cut them. Not too big, yeah, about the size of that.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Just a minute, time to get
2 inches.
Right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess between 1.5 inches so that they can sit on the sides when they go in the pan.
That was a good one, that one. Whatever you did.
On the stove when they're in the pans and cover them with a
Towel.
towel.
You saw, you roll it so.
Gracie's up next with a little flour on the rolling pin so that it doesn't stick. So working that baby.
Yeah, it's lots.
Gracie's now buttering the dough. Gracie's going in with the sugar.
You can make a pile in the middle if you want, and then move it, you know, because you have to have enough to move. Now spread that around.
Oh, thank you. Do I add more?
A little bit. You're going to roll it up in here, right? Now, you start rolling like ye. Smaller, and then get larger as you go.
It's sticking on this. She's rolling it all up.
She's doing good, isn't she?
Really good.
Both Hannah and her are going to
They're going to be pastry chefs.
Done.
Sure.
Inch and a half, whatever you think. 1.5 inches, I think.
Once you added some butter to the bottom of the pan.
I used lard.
Okay, well some kind of thing on the bottom of the pan so they don't stick. Use tender flake lard just to lightly cover the base of the pan. I'm going to grate the oranges because her grandma or Nana Sharon loves orange cinnamon buns. So that she gets a batch. So Hannah's making the bowl of oranges. Here's the girls in the kitchen with grandma busy making buns.
And then I'm gonna bring a little bit of sugar from Grace.
Okay, so this is going to be the rolling of the orange buns in which Hannah is putting white sugar. First she put butter on there, then she's putting the white sugar on, and then she's going to sprinkle. Well, didn't you want to spread the sugar out a little bit first, Eloise?
Yeah, spread it out.
Mix it
A
all
little
in
more.
there.
You can put a little more white sugar because
And these are the orange gratings that Hannah just did. Gracie, sorry. Thank you.
you can sprinkle a little on top of these rinds too.
Yeah.
Rather than worry about too much around here.
Okay, so this is the beginning of the orange ones. Are resting under their blankets, and Eloise has the the oven set to 350.
These two, see, put that one up in here with the you have to cover them, okay?
Okay, so we're ready to put the first batch into the oven. These were the first ones that we made that have sat under the towel for the other ones.
Can you open the oven there?
Okay, so she's putting them in the oven on the middle rack.
Yeah, on the middle rack.
On the middle rack.
There. And I've got to set the timer for 25 minutes. We'll see what they're like.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see you when the buns are baked.
Okay, Diane, I'm just making icing for the orange buns. And that takes a few minutes, and I have to let the buns cool before I can do it.
Okay, so how are you making this? You have some icing sugar in the bowl and some butter.
Butter, a little almond flavor.
And a little bit of almond flavoring. A little bit of almond flavoring.
Oh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could have been the other way.
All right. This added a little bit of orange juice from the orange, so she's adding a little bit more icing sugar so she can get a good consistency. Just giving that icing a good old whisk. These ones are all going in, and out we have some very interesting buns. Eloise is just putting dabs of butter on the hot
On top of the hot cinnamon, just for a little extra.
Notice that Eloise is putting the icing on the orange buns now, and instead of putting cream in the icing, you are to put orange juice in the icing. Mama is now packing up the cinnamon buns in the bags.
After they've cooled.
For the girls to take home and Auntie Diane. Okay.
So this is the end product, and it's been a nice, lovely baking day.
Yes.
The girls are learning how to do it, and that's good.
Yep.
Yep.